Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that this is a not safe for work podcast. We are teachers at the end of the week and really the end of our ropes, and we'd like to be able to talk honestly and openly about our jobs without having to worry about losing them. So we'll be using pseudonyms throughout the podcast, hence the Elvis. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Lud Lamb Dramatics. That's right, Lud Lamb Dramatics. If you're a theater teacher or you know someone who does theater stuff, go to Lud Lamb Dramatics. They are literally the only person who has educational theater resources for theater teachers. Because if you go to the teacher store, there is jack shit for teachers there, or for theater teachers at least. Anyway, go to ludlamdramatics.com. I'd also like to thank our other sponsor, Legendary Pretzels. They take pretzel rods. Some of them are gluten-free if that's what you're into, and they dip them in chocolate and they cover them with candy or cereal or really whatever you want. Sometimes they melt caramel and strip them out. They are the most amazing things. Go to Legendary Pretzels and get yourself an amazing, affordable treat. Use the code TEACHERS to get a discount there when you purchase. I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors at Patreon. That's right, we have a Patreon, and we have a lot of friends that are visitors and listeners there. And for as little as $5, $10 a month, you can be one of them, and you can be one of the names I say here at the beginning. You get access to exclusive episodes, lost episodes, all kinds of content, our activities, our watch parties, our Facebook group. There's really a lot of stuff that goes into it. So you should check it out. But now, let me thank all of our patrons. Let's start with Noel R., Alan H., Kim K., Jessica A., SWFL EV owners, Amanda F., Ariana L., Jessica H., Physics Runner, Melissa V., Steph, Science Teach 17, Michael M., Kim C., William P., Sarah O., Aldrich T., La Scorpionita, Britt M., Tisha C., Teresa H., Biker Teach, Caitlin, Marcia L., Marcia M., Wiazza, Christina B., Miss Alabama, Kristen B., Megan R., Huvian, Ashley M., Jason F., Amber H., JJO, Jeff S., Abby B., Ann T., Sarah B., Regina F., Anna L., Josie S., Sam B., Lucy P., Mary E., Jamie B., Hope H., Aaron D., Kristen W., Vanessa J., Mary C., Rylan L., Catherine S., RJR, Kristen C., Johanna H., Tony and Christina K., Irma A., Nimi, Melissa M., Lisa S., and Sarah N. All right, my friends, thank you guys so much for being part of our tribe, for listening to our podcast, for keeping it going. If you have something you would like to share with us here at Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast, send us a message through the contact page of our website, teacherneedsadrinkpodcast.com. In fact, today we're reading exclusively messages from that website that people have sent us. So I'm looking forward to answering those. In fact, we had quite a few, but we record it and we talk for like an hour about one of them. So I'm just going to put that one on the Patreon because it went too long. But my friends, I love all of you. Thank you. And please take care of yourselves. We're getting to the kind of dark time of year, the Devulsion, and as we get closer to Thanksgiving holidays and the weather, it starts to get darker, moods start to shift. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you need to, take a personal day. It is your right. You can do what you want to, and don't let the school make you feel shitty about it, because it's your day. You do you. All right, my friends, enjoy episode 109. Yay! You've been gargling. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Well, welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and we are streaming live tonight for all of our patrons, and then you guys get to hear the fun edited version once you guys download it on Wednesday. But joining me today, I have Mr. Wayne Kerr.
Hey, everyone. How's it hanging?
I'm glad to have you here, Wayne. Also joining us today, Count Chocolate.
My soul's had enough chicken soup. Now it wants chocolate.
I could for some matzo ball. And also Miss Sparkles.
Hey, y'all.
And last but not least, Shirley Temper.
Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? Making fun of poor Joe Dirt?
I'm going to guess that's from Joe Dirt.
I mean, I feel like it gives it away.
I am so smart. SMRT. So friends, I'm glad you guys are here. It's been a week. It's that crazy time of year right now, and it's leading up to Thanksgiving. And I know I can feel it because I did one of those things where I kind of tried to take the easy track with a group of kids because they were kind of crazy. I said, you know what? It might be easier if I do this instead of this. And it totally went off the rails. Like this little plan to make shit easier for myself by showing a video instead of like reading it to them. Oh no, it blew up in my face and it went crazy. And I started like, holidays are almost here. It's almost Thanksgiving and then it's almost Christmas. And then, we try to reset. But man, the dark times are almost here. So everyone's got to kind of reset and check their mental state. Usually it's only this time of year, but right now it's this school year. Because I think people have been batshit since school started. Things have been a little crazy around here, but Ms. Sparkles, how are things for you?
They're going. Things are moving ever forward.
Well, good.
I'm tired. Children are crazy as ever. And I am really, 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 really ready for break. And that's about how I'm doing.
Well, what about you, Count? How are things going on your end?
Not too shabby. I actually took some of your advice. Well, what you just said, I implemented where I'm going to take a couple of days on Thursday and Friday and handle some personal stuff because we all need to handle personal stuff. I feel like it's necessary and I'll be a better human for it on Monday when I come back to work. So, yeah. But I mean, things are going well.
Wayne, I've already had spoilers, but tell everyone what's going on with you.
Hey, it's absolutely awesome when you get quarantined because, you test positive. It sucks. Yeah. And can't get into too many details because, it's that whole anonymity thing. But it's nice when somebody from the powers that be basically slaps you up the ass and says, it's time for personal time. So I am quarantined in my own room. We have a couple of theories of how I got it, but nothing to confirm. And I think we've also had a second case in the house now, so it's awesome. We'll make do with what we got to do. But, the one thing that I just got to say is kind of funny is I still get emails from the kids saying, hey, the assignment's not working. I'm just like, okay, I'll get to it. I promise. I appreciate you being so eager to complete your assignment, but I'll get back to you after my third nap today.
That's the one thing I miss about having COVID is all the napping.
I mean, right now I got the stupid chills and I'm just like, damn.
That sucks.
Yeah, back and forth. Yep.
Take the drugs, man. Take all the drugs.
I am taking all the drugs, man.
I got the honey flavored Dayquil and NyQuil when I had COVID, but it didn't matter. I couldn't taste it.
Exactly.
I at least can say that as of now, I still have my taste and I still have my smell. So
good for you.
Y'all, the one thing that I actually just look forward to is the shower because it's like, oh, nice. And I can smell again, as in like the nasal has cleared.
When I'm sick, it makes me wish I had the shower bench. Like they have a gym, so like you could like shave your legs or sit down. But man, there's times where you just feel like crap and just be able to sit on the shower. I don't want to sit on the shower floor because that's gross.
That's gross.
But just like the bench, I don't know, less hair and pee on it. Mm-hmm. Speaking of hair and pee, it's Shirley Temper.
Wow.
Hey, eat a whole gaggle of dicks.
It's like
I do.
Not just one.
Are they dicks?
Gaggle.
Are they dicks in a car wash?
Car wash, baby.
Car
You
wash.
already know they are.
No, they're like giant, scary ones that haven't been circumcised or washed in a
Oh,
while.
and
Oh,
sweaty
gross.
mandingos.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm real specific there.
I get that reference. I shouldn't though. So what's up with you?
I'm not great. I've been very stressed out for a while. I'm having issues with my after school program, issues upon issues upon issues, having some work issues with some of my colleagues. And Mr. Temper last week, he was super awesome. He is a musician and he helped. There was a friend's band that was without a musician for a gig and they were freaking out. So he stepped in, which means he wasn't really here for like a week and a weekend. So on top of all this horrible stuff, I was like single parenting and my mental health's not been that great. So today was better though. But I do feel like I've been working nonstop with like no end in sight. My after school program thing, because I had the COVID for 3 weeks, I had to push it back. So it's going to run directly into my next program. Those of you who know what I teach know what I'm talking about. So there's just, typically I'll have like 2 or 3 weeks in between my programs, but not this year. It's just going to be like nonstop through April. So it sucks.
Yeah, that sucks a bag of dicks. I'm sorry to hear that. But man, it's that shitty time of year, because even though the holidays are coming, things are mounting up and it's end of 6 weeks or getting close to 9 weeks. And I know exams are coming for people. Man, guys, if you're out there, take care of your mental health. Take a day, and no matter what, don't let the school make you feel guilty for taking a day. Or 2 days if you need to. Those days are yours to use them if you're sick or for whatever the hell you want to use them for. So use them and don't let them give you shit about it. If they do, just say, fuck you. These are my days. You don't control when I get to use them. So today we're doing all stuff from the podcast mailbag. People have reached out via Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. And so let's start with this one.
All right, my dudes. This is from the Teacher Needs a Drink contact page from Dog Mom Teacher. By the way, we love your contacts. Submit them. I think that these rules that some districts have, mine, that you aren't supposed to date people at your school or within your district has got to go. I get that sexual harassment and administrators and teachers is a problem. I get that if the relationship goes bad, it could be bad. But I believe that what happens between 2 consenting adults should be between 2 consenting adults. Of course, I am going to be drawn to people who have the same interests as I do. This is totally natural. Add to this that those who make the rule in my district break it themselves. I've been seeing a coworker for a few weeks now. It happened quite organically. It's new and it's no one's business right now. But according to the policy, this can't happen, and we are supposed to now disclose to our principal and HR that we are sleeping together. We're not going to do that.
Good.
I hate that policy, and I hate that we have to be careful about it and worry about who knows where we go in public together. I hate that if it does continue and that we do want to make it public, that one of us will probably have to change schools. When did this become a thing? When I was a kid, there were many married couples at our schools, including principals and teachers. We also had 2 math teachers who dated and got married. I realize the risk in this relationship, but you can't stop who you're talking to. I'm not about to give something that is bringing me so much joy right now.
Oh, first of all, I know things can happen organically from a happy hour. And honestly, if you're an adult, it's hard to meet new people. And so it's easiest to meet people who you're working with. But my big rule is just don't shit where you eat. Because while things are good and happy right now, and hopefully they will stay that way, maybe you'll get married. I don't know. I don't think it's the end of the world to have a relationship at school, but I also do not think you need to report it to the principal or anyone unless you decide it's actually going to be a thing. And I don't think they can actually make you switch schools or anything like that. I think that's kind of bullshit. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I know a lot of places have tried adopting the HR friendly thing where you have to do it. I believe you only have to report it if you get busted, and don't get busted. It's really easy not to get busted. You can just, not make out in school, be discreet where you guys are meeting and all of that. But I do not think you need to report anything. I don't. I mean, I would advise not doing it at school. Hell, there are dating apps now. Dating apps, I mean, they're so commonplace. There's 50,000 different ones. I go in one of those. You don't have to hit it up where you are. You can, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? What do you guys think? Miss Sparkles, you were single and dating around for a while before you got married. What's your story?
So I did break this rule, and I did get involved with someone I worked with briefly, and it was a terrible idea, and I never should have done it. So you're right. But then when I taught middle school, there was this guy and he had a super crush on this new teacher. So he asked her out on a date, and look, bro, they're married, happily married and adorable together. So I think it depends on the maturity of all parties involved. Yeah. I am not very mature. So
damn, son.
I'm just going to admit it. So I am a bad choice if we work together to date. Also, I'm married now, so don't date me anyway. I don't think you should tell your principal, because I think that is that is asking for people to start talking about you. Because if your principal's really close with their principal secretary, that principal secretary is going to tell everybody.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You don't want to start that gossip train because once somebody knows and it gets out, everybody knows.
Yep.
And once all the teachers know, that's when some idiot teacher is going to say something in front of a kid. And then it goes everywhere. And it really sucks if that's just the day things aren't working out between you guys, or you're not talking, or you're busy so you don't make eye contact in the hallway, and some kid starts talking about it, like, oh my God, they're fighting in school. You just don't want that.
I think once you're at the point of it being serious, you may want to clue HR in, just because that can help protect you if there's ever an issue. But like, other than that, girl, if you're having fun, have fun. And if you stop having fun, break up.
Oh, well, this is like not a thing in my district. Like not even a little bit of a thing. I can't tell you how many people who have dated and gotten married and we don't have to report it or anything. I didn't realize this was a thing.
I know it's a thing in the corporate world, and I've heard of a few schools having it, but I know like when I was teaching elementary school, there was a couple that dated. I felt more bad for them because when they quit seeing each other, like everyone kept talking about it like nonstop. And I was like, holy shit, everyone's up. It's like the only interesting thing anyone was doing that was, public knowledge. I think it would have been better had they just kept it to themselves.
I mean, I've never dated anyone that I worked with, but the rumors and speculation alone are really annoying. Like, I don't even hug coworkers, but like, I swear the moment you like hug someone for 2 seconds, you're like, oh shit, we saw you. Okay, Mr. Khan, we see you. Like, no, I'm sorry. That was a friendly embrace. Or if you even high five someone, they're like, ooh, did you just touch someone else's hand? What's that all about? And so it's just really awkward. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I would not make it very public at all. Like, I probably would do more avoiding a person at work to make sure that it's not going to be an awkward situation than I would to make sure you save me a seat at the faculty meeting. Like, no, thanks. Sit with your department and stay your ass over there. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah. Hey, guys, guess what?
Okay.
What?
We have a Patreon!
What? Ooh, a Patreon.
Liar.
That's right. For as little as $5, $10 a month, you can get access to our Patreon and get all kinds of cool stuff. You get extra bonus episodes, lost episodes. We have monthly exclusive episodes. Right now, this is an episode that we're streaming live, and we have about 3 or 4 or 5 or 5,000. I don't know. There's 4 or 5 of you guys down there, patrons who are commenting and chatting with us throughout the whole thing. It is so much fun, as well as our special Facebook group where you get to meet and chat with other teachers who are like-minded just because, they're listeners like you. They get the things you get. And also we have a monthly watch party, and I have no idea what it's going to be this month, but we'll find something. It'll be amazing. You guys can be there for it. But you should join our Patreon. Help support us. Help us keep going. Do it now. Woo!
Yeah.
Would you rather get waterboarded at Guantanamo Bay or drink a cup of your father's semen?
Oh, no.
Guantanamo Bay all day.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's any situation where I'm just like, what's worse? My dad's been dead for like 20 years, like 24 years at this point. So that's some really old ass semen in that cup.
Nope. Guantanamo Bay.
God.
Done.
Ooh, yeah, I'm Guantanamoing it. I mean, I'm assuming it's just a one-time thing. It doesn't say like you're waterboarded every day, but yeah.
No, I'm good.
I'll take Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Guantanamo Bay for 500, Alex.
Count. Which one are you going with?
Semen.
Oh, okay. So
I don't like water.
Whoa! What?
Count, really?
I don't have any daddy issues, but I'm still going with Guantanamo Bay. And here's the reason. Is because one of my favorite lines from a song is from a Fuji song where he says, I, refugee from Guantanamo Bay, dance around the border like I'm Cassius Clay. So I'm going with, was it Wyclef or Praz who said that? Might have been Praz. Waterboard me. It's fine. I'm cool. 100%.
And I wouldn't be ashamed to admit in public, like when you do those 2 truths and a lie, like, hey, yeah, and I got waterboarded Guantanamo Bay. I would much rather throw that in than, I drank a cup of my dad's.
Yeah.
That's not happening. So, well, I'm glad we have a consensus. I'm just going to assume all my friends and the patron feel the same way. Care Bear said waterboarding. Jess W said waterboarding. I think Birthday Mama Chicken's probably on the same page. All right. Ooh, and Aldrich T just joined, even though we're wrapping up. I'm glad Aldrich T is there. Hello, Aldrich T.
Hi, Aldrich.
Hi.
All right,
Aldrich,
my friends.
what up? What up?
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'm glad all you guys can make it. All my friends out there, this is a really hard fucking year, and we're hitting the dark, almost Devolson time. So please make sure you're taking care of your mental health. If you're getting stressed or burned out, take a day. Go get some help. Do what you need to do. And no matter what, don't let the schools make you feel like shit for taking a day. It is your day. That's what they're there for. Take care of yourselves. That way you can help others. But I'd like to thank all my hosts who are with me today. Mr. Count Chocolate, thanks for being here.
I'm glad you still let me do this. So thank you.
I'm happy you're here. And Mr. Wayne Kerr, thank you for taking a break from your corona to chat with us.
I appreciate it so much, but it's forced me to break other things as well.
Oh. And Miss Sparkles, I'm glad you were here today.
I had a great time. Bye, y'all.
And last but not least, thank you, Shirley, for joining us.
I got the poo on me.
All right, my friends. You guys have a great night. Deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers. Woo! Yeah.
Cheers.
Da, 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 da.
Somebody bring me apple juice.
So now that the podcast